Hello Leo, and welcome to your reading for this month for October. My name is Carmen at Carmen33 Tarot. I've got the cards ready for you, so I have already pre-shuffled the deck, so I'm just going to lay out the cards and we'll just dive straight into your reading. Amazing. Alright, I will show you the cards as I'm doing the reading as well. Okay, perfect. So in your current energy for this month, you are at the Eight of Swords. Now the Eight of Swords is kind of feeling a little caged, but this is mostly of your doing. So maybe you're feeling a bit structured or rigid, that you're feeling a little bit limited. Maybe you're feeling like there's no way out of something or a situation. Now this figure here does have a blindfold on, but doesn't quite, knows that the swords are around, but doesn't quite see the path ahead that is clear. The path ahead is clear, and also there's water there as well. So for me, this is like the emotional cleansing here. So yeah, basically the swords represent logic. So the logic and the mind, what's going on in the mind. So I feel that this energy this month for you is you're kind of in your mind a lot about things, and I'm feeling a general overwhelm. And I don't know if that's to do with life, if that's to do with circumstances, if that's to do with family. You've got some really great cards here in the spread, so I'm just going to go over everything with you. Now, causing you to be in the Eight of Swords energy, what is crossing you is the Seven of Cups. Now the Seven of Cups is feeling spoiled for choice. So maybe there's too much to choose from. There's too much avenues to, there's kind of taking your attention from things. So you're not quite focused. Maybe, I don't know. I feel like a little delirious, a bit confused, not quite sure where to go, which is not like you, Leo. Usually you're very determined, you're very stable in terms of, I know what it is that I want to do and I'm going to go straight for it. So for you to be in this energy is really quite interesting. So yeah, I'm feeling that you're feeling a bit spoilt for choice, not sure which direction to head in, which is causing you to be in the Eight of Swords energy here. You can change this. So with tarot, this is a message. So you're absolutely able to change this message or the outcome of this message at any point. And I feel for the reason for tarot is just let you know, it's just give you the message. If there is anything that you want to change, great, change it. If not, just let things be and stay on the same track. Now, in your recent past, you have the Ten of Cups. Now, the Ten of Cups is like emotional fulfillment. It's celebrational, ceremonial. It's gratification. It's the pure. There's family. There's trust. There's building. There's relationships here as well, and it's just a state of pure bliss. And you've got your Ten of Cups here. So 10 in numerology become 1, and it's also a new beginning. That's how I like to read the Ten of Cups anyway. So for you to go from this amazing, incredible, emotionally fulfilled time to now you're feeling a bit stuck or not quite sure where to go. Maybe there was a completion recently. Maybe you were very focused on a project, very focused on a goal, and this is now maybe over, or that time of that has come. Maybe your children have gone off to school, or maybe your children have gone to university, and now the house is feeling a little bit empty. And now you had this time of being with family and pure emotional fulfillment, and now you're not sure what to do with yourself because maybe there's too much time, maybe there's too much silence around you. You're not in your usual chaos, or you're not in your usual routine. It doesn't always have to lead from chaos. So there's definitely movement here. You're a little in the unknown. However, moving forward to your the recent future, you have the Sun. Now the Sun is a card of pure ecstasy. It's ecstatic, it's harmony, it's love, it's warmth. It's just a pure pure card. You know, you've got purity. This little child here, this little naked child, is, although, you know, vulnerable, is just in this state of pure joy and adrenaline and fun and harmonious time with the horse. The horse is white as well. In this deck, it's not quite white, but the horse also white represents purity. So you've got this like beautiful abundance, these big happy sunflowers aiming towards the sun. So the growth and, you know, is definitely aiming towards the sun here. So the fact you've gone through this like amazing time to feeling a bit lost or isolated or, you know, directionless, to then moving into the sun means that you're figuring things out. In the crown position, you have the Tower. Now, was there something that caused you to snap out of it and to be in the sun energy? Which is quite likely. But also, there could have been something that happened, or there possibly is something that will happen that has caused a change of emotion. I feel there's more emotion rather than a circumstance because of the transition between the cups and the swords here. And also because the placement of this card is for the crown region. So usually the Tower represents a change of circumstance. There's possibly like some red flags that were ignored. Maybe you haven't taken the opportunity to change. So destiny or life or the universe, however you'd like to say, has caused that change itself. Like maybe there's something coming to you that you aren't supposed to have just yet. There's so many possibilities it could be, but definitely I feel like there's a change of emotion, there's a change of feeling, and there's been some sort of circumstance that has caused that change of emotion, or for you to snap out of this energy. In the subconscious, we have the Knight of Cups. Now the Knight of Cups is I would say he's pretty stable for the out of the Knights, to be honest. He's slow moving, he's emotionally fulfilled, he's proud and gladly holding his cup held high. His horse is also very proud as well. You can see this beautiful stance here with the horse, and also a white horse in this deck anyway. So you've got two symbolisms here, or two symbols of purity and unity and hope and harmony here, which is really, really amazing. Also, subconsciously, you are moving ahead, is what I'm seeing here. And it's emotional. This has come from the emotional fulfillment of the Ten of Cups here. So you're definitely moving ahead. It might be more steady than what you're expecting. It might be at a slower pace than what you're expecting. But the fact that there is movement there is always such a bonus. So I feel like saying that you have done a lot of the work. You've done a lot to get what it is that you are now. And yeah, this month is definitely going to carry forward, and there's definitely change happening for you this month. There's definitely a change for the better, for sure. In your advice, we have the King of Swords. Now the King of Swords, just wait for it to focus, there we go. The King of Swords is a very stable king, but also logical, authoritative, able to communicate effectively without there being any, you know, confusion or double-ended swords, I want to say. I don't know why that's coming to my mind, but and you've also got the beautiful butterfly here just on the throne, for me, which represents, you know, like what's the word? So the Welsh word for butterfly is pilipala, which I think is so beautiful. But for me, it's like just a cute flutter. It's stability. It's taking that time out to appreciate the small things, and I really see that within this card here. So in the advice position, the message I'm getting in the advice position for the King of Swords is that you're able to communicate effectively, but make sure that you are communicating effectively, and take that time to yourself when it is that you need, or just take that time when, you know, to appreciate the smaller things in life, basically. In your external advice, you have the Seven of Wands. Now the Seven of Wands is like a card of defense, basically. You can see that he's holding the wand here and has all of these wands just to to kind of fight off and defend themselves. Now basically these wands represent what it is that you're passionate about, so whether that's family members, whether that's your relationships, whether that's anything materialistic, more so some work projects, some passions, if you're painting, if you're writing, if there's something that you really care about. Essentially those are what the wands stand for here. I feel that because the card in the position of external influence, I feel that you're feeling quite defensive about something. So I don't know if there's something that you care about a lot, and maybe someone is kind of causing or triggering you in some way to feel defensive, or maybe you don't have a great history with this person, or it could be some like troublesome times that you have had with this person. I'd love to pull a clarifying card and see. Just to see, oh, thank you, I'll take the top. Okay, so 10 of Wands. So I feel that you are feeling a little bit burnt out, but also because you're holding the heavy burdens here as well. So it feels like you're carrying a lot on your shoulders, and that is trying to combine life with your passions. I don't know, maybe you're looking after people as well. Maybe you're feeling financially tied at the moment. Just a general wear and tear of life, and you're feeling a bit overwhelmed and burdened by that. But I feel that you are in a place where you can't quite take much more. So you really do need to rest and, take that time to yourself. You go out, see your friends, go for meals when you can, try to socialize, just take yourself away. I'm here and playing games as well. Just take yourself away from the day-to-day life, just so you don't feel so overburdened, overwhelmed by the smaller things, because it's always, we get to this point where we reach a wall, and it's always the smaller things that tend to really, not integrate, that's not the word I'm looking for either. They really trigger us and really get on our nerves. So it's always the smaller things. So really try to, come away from that, try and relax as best as possible, go out for long walks, just to get yourself out of that energy. In your hopes and fears, we have Death. Now, I really like the Death card. Please do not worry. This doesn't mean that death is upon you or your loved ones. Basically, how I read the Death card is the card of transformation. It's the card of a metamorphosis. It's a death of something. It could be death of an ego. It could be a death of a bad behavior or something that isn't serving you. The fact that this is in the hopes and fears is amazing. That I'm going to keep jumping around, but I really feel it's to do with this situation that's going on here with the Eight of Swords and the Tower here. So I feel like there's some recognition and there's some understanding about what it is that's causing the Death card here, basically. The hopes and fears of something ending. But again, I really do feel it's to do with the Tower as well. So I feel that there's a realization of what it is that's causing you to feel like you are a bit isolated, a bit stuck, not quite sure where to go next. So yeah, hopes and fears I think is a pretty strong card to have in a hopes and fears. I'm just seeing just the background here. I know because we've also got the Sun card here. So moving forward, there's also the Moon, but you see there's a replication of the Sun, and then this little part here with the two towers also is in the Moon card, which is really interesting. That's really standing out for me at the moment. So I feel like the path you are taking is definitely getting brighter, which is super, super important. Definitely getting brighter. I definitely feel there is some clarity there. I feel like you're heading into something amazing. It does excite you, but it also scares you at the same time, which is totally okay. And I don't think it'd be worth taking if the risk isn't exciting enough, shall we say. Obviously make sure it's calculated risks, but if it's something that scares you but excites you, whether it scares you just a little bit but excites you mostly, or vice versa, if you are genuinely excited about it, I think that's such a wonderful card to have for the Death in the hopes and fears position here. Now in the final outcome, you have the Page of Wands. I feel like there's some romantic interest, there's some passion going on here. There's definitely some news coming in, and it's definitely something that you are excited about. So whether this is, again, it could be to do with your passions, your understandings, your projects. I feel like it's a project that is going to happen over a long period of time. There's a lot of like admiration to this one here. There's not much movement here, which is why I'm saying that. Like, you know, this figure isn't running. It's very like grounded, but also looking ahead, which I really appreciate for the Page of Wands here. We do have the mountains in the background here that represent. That doesn't always mean there's going to be such a smooth journey. Obviously there's going to be some hurdles with anything, but you are going to overcome whatever hurdles come, and it's something really passionate that you're really passionate about and that you are really excited about as well. We've also got the salamander just on the cloak of the Page of Wands. So yeah, salamanders mean basically a living manifestation of fire itself. So the fact that it comes up on the cloak of the Page of Wands here, it is a representation of fire, of passion, of assertiveness, of energy, and that is really screaming on this cloak here for me today. So there's definitely a lot of passion with this new project, I feel like it's just something you really love, you really want to delve into, and this essentially could be the admiration of, you know, the other side basically. There's a lot of, I'm just seeing pure passion here. I feel like there's something that you've been thinking about, you've wanted to do for a long time before, and this could be even stemming from that amazing family cards as well. But yeah, so this month is super incredible. There's definitely some hurdles that you are overcoming, you can absolutely overcome. You are heading into a passion that's going to ignite and light you up again, which is really, really wonderful. There are, you know, just be wary of not feeling too heavy in the process. I know that's easier said than done, but whatever way you can self-care or, you know, appreciate your time in the meantime, absolutely try to do that. And I really see some, yeah, just joyous times ahead for you. So I hope that helps you, Leo. Thank you so much for staying with me till the end, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you.